Clear skies on a Saturday afternoon in the Midwest. Only fitting to have some softball underway as we head into the third week of April. We welcome you to Hard Conference Softball from Fayette, Missouri, where the William Penn Statesmen pay a visit to the ninth-ranked team in the land, the Central Methodist Eagles. Hello, everyone, and glad you're with us. Jonathan Hamilton, Esteban Velez with you today. And Jonathan, Central Methodists have won 9 out of their last 10 games overall, including league play and out of conference. They're ranked number 9 in the NAIA. Something's been working really well for them.
Absolutely, and I think a lot of that is batting .362 as a team. Usually as a team you want to bat .260, .270. They're batting over .360 this season, and that can do a lot of good things. They're getting on base, they're scoring runs, and they're hitting the ball. That's all you can ask for.
Meanwhile, for William Penn, on the other side of things, they're looking for some more consistency. 6-6 in conference play after a successful start out of league play. What is it about Hard that makes it so difficult to come into this league and, rack up wins?
I think it's every day is a different game, and I think that Central Methodist, who, is the better team, should not take this team lightly. It's conference play. Anything can happen. They need to be their best today.
Glad you're with us. We are in for a treat from Fayette. Starting lineups, national anthems when we come back. Great to have you along. Glad you're with us. Jonathan Hamilton, Esteban Velez with you today. And we get set to take a look at the starting lineup for William Penn. There it is on your screen. A pretty traditional one for the Statesmen. Again, we talked about it in the open. They're just looking to get some consistency, and their bats need to get going 1 through 9.
Well, this should be a good one here today, Esteban. A beautiful day for softball, and my dad would call it a Chamber of Commerce.
Ooh.
Kind of day.
They'll be set to face Haley Cotter in the circle for CMU. 14 appearances for the junior. 11-2 record. 74 innings pitched. We are underway here from Fayette. Coming into the season, for CMU, the worry was their pitching, not their hitting.
Yeah, I mean, 11-2, Esteban. That's a phenomenal performance. 9 complete games. Just what you're looking for in pitching. 1.89 ERA.
1-2 the count on Smith. Two and one.
Layla Smith doing a good job here to get back in this count. Now she's in a full count. See if she can work a walk.
Here's a 3-1. Takes it upstairs. And it's a leadoff walk for the Statesman and Smith to begin today. It's always good when you have a sister, any sort of relative playing on your team. That's the case for Lila Smith and Tori Smith. They're twins.
Ah, so we went from cousins to now twins.
Mm-hmm. Got a little bit of everything. Here is Layla Peltz at the plate.
All in the family.
That talks highly about your program as well. The fact that you're getting family members, that program is being recommended to you.
Absolutely.
The 0-1 chopped foul. Layla Peltz, a senior out of Pleasant Hills, Iowa. One of a couple transfers from a Division II program of Upper Iowa. Lower North, the head coach for the Statesmen. Spent a couple years there as well. Brought some of her players over to the NAI level. We've already seen some Division II players make their way in a phenomenal fashion into Division I in basketball with Drake.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing a great job up there.
This one hit to third. Handled, thrown across. And there's one away and good play by Holly at the hot corner.
Yeah, I mean, stayed patient, knocked the ball down, made the strong throw to first. Remember, it's not all over when you don't field the ball cleanly. Just stay with it, make the throw, everything will be okay.
Here's Chelsea Huff stepping up for the first time today in the 3-hole. It'll be Huff Smith to follow her. Pierce will round up the first 5. Thought about chasing. Half swing gets called a full swing, 0-2. It's always difficult at the NAIA level to know if you really went around. Especially in softball, it's crew chief of 2.
Yeah, it's and especially standing there at shortstop is the infield umpire. I guess that's not a terrible vantage point, but if you don't have good distance sight, I don't know. I think there's an eye test for umpires.
If not, it should be a thing. 2 strikes, bobbled to short. The throw across by Roberts is in time. 2 away.
I always notice the biggest difference for me watching softball and baseball is that there's just really no room for error on a ground ball. It's a 60-foot base path, and you have no time to fool around. You have to get that ball out. I feel like in baseball there's a little more leeway.
Does that make, to your point and to your eyes, fielding more difficult at softball than baseball?
Absolutely. You have less time to react to. I mean, look at the play Holly just made earlier. That ball's coming fast, and she did a great job, despite bobbling the ball, getting the ball into her hand and throwing it quickly over to first. That's difficult. In baseball, you see the guys, shortstop, sometimes they'll, crow hop, throw to first. They have time, but softball, you have to be on your toes.
Tori Smith down in an 0-2 count. Third pitch by Cotter, misses wide. Smith hitting .353 on the year. A team best 11 two-baggers. Was a second-team All-League performer at the high school level. Grounds to second. There is Pincha, who records the final out. The Statesmen get a base runner aboard all the way to second, but can't cash her in. The bats for the hosts coming up next. Bottom of the first coming up. CMU the first chance to get the bats going. We take a look at their lineup 1 through 9. It'll be Kreider, Palumbo, and Roberts the first three, followed by Holly, Jolly, and Lauren Hill, the catcher. It'll be Brand, Picha, and Garland rounding up the lineup for CMU.
You sure Christmas isn't batting number 6, Esteban?
After Holly Jolly?
Yeah, I think it's Christmas supposed to bat there.
Hill is taking her spot at the moment.
That is a fantastic, and I mean fantastic. I don't know if the head coach of CMU meant to do that, but that is spectacular in every single way.
He's having fun with it. He's like, you know what? Let's play around with it.
Yeah. Christmas batting. No, I'm just kidding.
I think that's his goal, recruiting a player whose last name is Christmas.
I think that should be on the top priority list for CMU in the offseason is getting a player named Christmas. The only player I know that has the last name Christmas is Hakeem Christmas. Played basketball at Syracuse. So maybe he could play NAIA softball. I don't know if he's eligible anymore, but
might as well try.
Yeah.
Here's Jolie Kreider, the junior, at the plate, 2-2. Little bouncer to second. Lathrop has to hurry, and she does.
Yeah, and that brings to my point again, Esteban. It's just the no room for error. Lathrop does a great job getting the ball out of her glove in time to first base and getting the out. I mean, just no room at all. And that was a bang-bang play. Nice job.
Chelsea Huff, the starting pitcher for the Statesmen. The 5'10 senior out of Iowa. A couple in-state players for head coach Laura North. 20 appearances, 8-6 the record. One save on the year, a total of 132 Ks, 259 that ERA.
Whew. Gets the swing and miss.
Softly hit again. Second chance for Lathrop, and she's got it. 2 up, 2 down.
Well, she's been busy so far. Reminds me of the last game we called Esteban where there was myriad ground balls to second base.
Something about these second basemen this week.
Well, the lefties ground out, what can I say? Love lefties.
Well, there's a third one due up. It's Madison Roberts. Thought about bunting, but pulled it back wisely.
Roberts, 5 home runs, 24 RBIs on the year. Has walked 14 times, struck out 6, so she can get on base.
You were talking off camera about her .452 batting average and how impressive that is, too.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that you're not only are you getting on base, you're hitting and getting hits and getting on base. So, I mean, this is the girl you want to have up at this juncture. Really, at any juncture.
Third season at CMU. Fouls this one off.
And Esteban, she's a lefty.
Your favorite part about it. That .452 batting average, you're like, okay. Oh, but
cool.
She's a lefty.
But she's a lefty.
There we go. That makes it more impressive.
I have to represent my lefties.
A hard honorable mention all conference honoree in her freshman season. Stays alive at a 2-2 count. And the thing for her is she's been posting a batting average of over 300 consistently since her freshman year. 340 in her first year at the collegiate level.
Well, I think she would fit well in the movie Moneyball. As she can get on base. See how many references I can make in today's broadcast. We'll see.
It's a full count. With Holly awaiting on deck, here's a 3-2. In there for a called strike 3. First strikeout of the afternoon for Chelsea Huff. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Statesman. Hello Piers will get us started in the top of the second. So far through one inning, a pitcher's duel here in Fayette. Glad you're with us, Jonathan Hamilton. Esteban Velas with you today. Not sure if you're a fan of pitching, Jonathan, but if you are, maybe this game's for you.
I enjoy pitching. Listen, am I slightly biased to offense? Maybe. But I love a good hitting of the spot with 2 strikes. I really do. I think it shows the fortitude that pitchers have. Is can you hit that 2-2 spot? And I think in the first inning, a nice job there by Huff on the mound for William Penn to get out of that inning on a full count. I think that was a great job hitting her spot.
Ella Pierce this season has more hits than her first 3 years combined. 22 in 2025 campaign compared to 7 throughout her first 3 years at a collegiate level. Bounces this one foul, third base side.
Well, good for her to figure it out. I think sometimes you just find your swing. Is there an injury somewhere mixed in there, possibly, Esteban?
I didn't see anything.
Okay.
Maybe something under the radar. Who knows? 2-2. In there, strike number 3. First strikeout of the afternoon for Cotter. One away.
Well, so far, Esteban, I've noticed this umpire is giving on the corners. That one looked close. I think it was in there, but definitely on the black.
Emily Brandt will take that for a called strike. To your point, the corners are consistently being called. We've seen it 3 times right now in a row.
As long as it's consistent, Esteban, it's where it's inconsistent that gets on my nerves. As long as you're establishing where you want that pitch to be as an umpire, I'm fine with it.
0-2 by Cotter. That one, no chance it gets called.
No. But, you know, I think a lot of times it's umpires can be a little inconsistent. Like, if you want to give that inside corner, give that inside corner. But then don't call it a ball the second time it's thrown. The hitters have to adjust. That's part of the game. That's part of the beauty of the game, in my opinion.
1-2 delivery. Back-to-back Ks. 2 down.
Yeah, just overpowers her there. I mean, just goes with the dead red on the outside part of the plate. And unable to catch up with it. And a good second inning here from Cotter.
Riley Reesberg will try and be the first to put a ball in play in this second inning. She's behind 0-1.
Well, that was a late strike call. I thought it was a ball for a second.
Reesberg at high school, a 2-time honorable mention all-conference performer. Out of Sioux Falls as she lines into second, and Pincha has it with no complications. Pitching has been dealing so far. Haley Cotter, one of those two pitchers on the circle. 1-2-3 inning, top of the second.
The break here. I bet you that's far.
Pokes that one to the left. Tails foul.
However, not as far as my native Connecticut.
How far is that drive?
That's 2 days, 2.5 days.
So you usually stay at a hotel somewhere in between, probably?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. Maybe 2 hotels.
Wow.
I've never driven to Idaho, but heard it's beautiful.
2-2 pitch. The 298 hitter gets fouled away. 2 triples for Jolly. Leads the team in that category, as well as 4 stolen bases.
Perhaps some speed.
One CMU, a program that won't really be too aggressive on the base paths. And when you're hitting the bats as well as they are, I mean, 362 as a team, you don't really have to do too much when you get on base.
Yeah, if you're hitting balls in the gap and you're scoring every time, speed is not necessarily the biggest priority, although it never, ever hurts.
3-2, swung on and miss. Casey Jolly goes down swinging, 13th strikeout of the season.
Well, challenge pitch there. Advantage Huff. Nice pitch there. Once again, working that outside part of the plate. And that can be a pitch that can be very, very effective if done correctly. As long as if the extension of the barrel is too long, it's an issue. Just you don't want it to be in that perfect sweet spot.
Lauren Hill stepping up, hitting .359 on the season.
She's got a great name too, Esteban.
Lauren Hill?
Yeah. The Misadventures of Miss Lauren Hill.
Never heard of it.
No, it's an album. And she's a great artist.
I've realized today I'm pretty uneducated.
I don't know if uneducated is the right rule. Maybe you need to be more cultured.
That's a better way to put it.
I think uneducated, that's a harsh way to say it.
Too harsh on myself?
Yeah. Take it easy. Yeah. Take life one day at a time.
Here's the 0-2 pitch by Huff. Throw down the first, a little bit high, but no problem for Peels. And that will put an end to this bottom of the second. Still scoreless here in mid-Missouri. Top of the third coming up. Top of the third, Jessica Lathrop, the first to face Haley Cotter in this third frame. Scoreless after two here at Cox Softball Complex. There's a first pitch strike, so I'm going to miss by Lathrop.
Lathrop coming into today's game with 16 hits. Has not left the ballpark yet. Struck out 13 times, stolen 6 bases. Batting .193, maybe hoping to get that up a little bit higher. Well, she's just a freshman.
To be expected for the majority.
It's an adjustment.
We lost the second base camera.
She's in a 1-2 count. Cotter looking for her third K of the afternoon. Back to her. She'll let Pincha work at second. Throw to first is in time.
Weird spin on that ground ball, but not a problem there for Pincha, who, once again, the second base position getting a lot of action so far. Nice out there for the Eagles.
And you like Cotter right there. She thought about going after the ball, hitting her direction. Probably heard Pincha calling her off, like, chill. I got this. We got your back.
Well, it's always your pitcher, basically, all they have to do is pitch. And they're not supposed to catch pop flies unless it's absolutely to them. Usually you're supposed to call off the pitcher on defensive plays. So that's probably what it was.
The 1-0 turns into a 2-0 count for the junior Bailey Wren.
29 games. She has 11 runs scored, 16 hits, 5 RBIs, 5 walks, 9 strikeouts, and stolen 5 bases, batting .250.
Three balls and no strikes.
I think she's trying to bunt here, Esteban.
I think you're onto something.
She hasn't had the opportunity to do so. 3 straight balls here from Cotter on the bump.
Last season, an NAIA scholar athlete. And in her high school playing career, broke the school all-time stolen base record at Elko North. If that wasn't impressive enough for you, 404 batting average throughout her 4 years. There she does strip down the bunt. Holly will have to field it in the throw to first. Gets her by a step, 2 down.
Yeah, finally gets that bunt down, but a nice job by Holly at third base to just field and make the play. That's going to be frustrating as a batter, right? You're trying to square, you finally get it down, and it's a pretty routine play for the defense.
2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up the sophomore Layla Smith. Takes the first pitch for a called strike. Smith hitting .385 on the year, 42 hits. Leads the team in that category. Swung on into left. Coming on it was Brandt. Couldn't reach it in time, and we have ourselves the first hit of the ballgame.
Nice hit by Smith there. Just a little bloop into left field. That'll get the job done.
So from one Lila to the other, here is Peltz. The lineup turned around for Smith. Peltz in the number 2 hole. 0 for 1.
The first baseman today for these Statesmen. Batting from the right side, batting second. This is an important position in the lineup.
Takes the 0-1, a bouncer. Holly has it to throw. Is in there in time at first. We have ourselves the first hit of the ball game. No runs come across. Nothing after 2.5. Bottom half of the lineup due up for the first time today for CMU. Rachel Brain, Sammy Picha, and Daly Garland, 7, 8, and 9. All set to face Chelsea Huff, who has been outstanding. 2 innings pitched, 3 strikeouts, no hits given up. Here's the first one to Brandt. CMU looking to be a little bit more aggressive in this bottom of the third.
Brandt in 24 games this season, 4 doubles, 17 RBIs, 6 walks, 6 strikeouts, 4 stolen bases. And batting .357, so this is a good batter.
0-2.
Unfortunately from the right side. No, I'm just kidding.
Brand went 2 for 4 against Culver Stockton on Monday in Game 1, right before a 1 for 3 performance in the second go-around. Takes this one high.
If you're CMU right now, you're liking how you're playing. You're in the top 9 in the NAIA. You've won 9 out of your last 10. Things are clicking here in Fayette.
Last season, they were able to host opening round in a national tournament. That's a goal again for this year.
Well, I think you're on your way to doing that, being the number 9 team in the country and being 28-6. I think that'll help.
Only 2 conference losses for the Eagles. Which surprisingly, you look at the number 9 ranking, they're the only ranked team in the heart of there's a strikeout, 4th of the day for Chelsea Huff. They're number 9th in the land, only ranked team in hard conference, but they're second place in the standings in league play.
Weird how that works sometimes. You look at those college basketball tournaments, and you have teams that are 3 games better in the overall record, but they're like the 4th seed in the tournament. It's weird. But conference wins matter just a little bit more.
Benedictine, the team right now, sitting at first. They'll be here tomorrow. Should be a great matchup. Check that Grandview at first. Benedictine at third. It's a 1-1 count on Sammy Pizza. Pizza at second base has been busy defensively, hitting .296 on the offensive side of things. Not too many at-bats for the junior out of St. Peter's, only 8 hits. The 1-2 and the pitcher's duel continues. Back-to-back case for Chelsea Huff. Make it 5.
Well, she's just in the groove today as the song Groove comes on by Earth, Wind, and Fire, but just dominant and just getting those strikeouts. I mean, the infield besides second base hasn't seen really anything.
2 up, 2 down. Here's Daly Garland. Only player yet to face Huff today.
Garland, a senior, with her possibly 87th at bat coming up here. 3 home runs, 29 RBIs. Batting .372. I mean, you just look up and down this lineup, Esteban. These average numbers are just so high.
Gets a called strike. Chelsea Huff, 2-1. Bit 2 inside and high, hitters count. Top of the lineup awaiting on deck in Jolie Kreider. Right now for CMU, you just need any sort of base runner on. Something to disrupt Huff, hopefully.
Well, 3-1 count here. This is the opportunity to maybe do that.
Hit to third, fielded by Butler, who throws across in time. Chelsea Huff continues to deal 3 perfect innings, 5 strikeouts. We'll head to the 4th.
Fourth inning already?
I know, right?
Good.
That's what happens when it's a pitching goal. It's a good thing.
Baseball's just slower game.
Yeah. Like this one's gonna significantly before the baseball.
We're like already halfway through. It's been not even 30 minutes.
Yeah, they're probably in the first inning.
Oh my God.
Might be top second because CMU is fielding.
I guess the smaller field adds to it, right? Like there's. Is there a pitch clock in any of that?
Yes,
Is it 20 seconds?
I believe so. Top of the 4th, and Jonathan, you were talking about how fast this game is going. You said not even 30 minutes in, and we're already halfway through.
It's mind-boggling, Esteban.
Here's Chelsea Huff, 0 for 1 against Cotter.
We'll see if there's an announcer's jinx with that.
We're going to test out the waters. Taken outside, 2 balls and no strikes to Huff.
We talked about this last time we were on a call, is the pitcher helping herself out Can Chelsea Huff do that? Because she's doing a great job defensively on the mound, or pitching-wise. But can she offensively start something?
2-1.
I mean, Cotter's been good herself. I mean, this is your typical pitcher's duel.
A bouncer to shorts. There's Roberts at third first. 1 away.
I mean, quick outs, strikeouts, 1 hit total. Haley Cotter, the pitch count, not too high. In the 40s.
Well, and if you're Huff as a hitter at this point, like she was right there, I feel like that moment matters a little bit more to you because you try and take control yourself in the sense of, you know what, I want to get the win in the circle. Let me do something with my bat as well. Maybe some extra added pressure.
I imagine hitting and pitching is not easy. I mean, it's a mental game. Don't forget, baseball, bat, and softball are very, very mental games.
0-1 to Torrey Smith. Doesn't catch any part of the strike zone, even counts.
I mean, I'm sure in your playing days you remember probably being a little stressed in certain situations, right? Like, the ball's hit to me, I got to make sure I know what I'm doing. If I'm on the mound, all the pressure's on me.
Smith, left side. Roberts again. 2 up, 2 down.
Nice stretch there from Palumbo at first.
Yeah, in my case, I would pray that they wouldn't hit it to me. Or that if it was hit, it'd be, soft, something that I can make myself look good in. Not necessarily anything complicated.
You played middle infield?
Yep, middle infield. This one weakly hits. And the throw to first by Holly is in time. Holly and Roberts were busy on the left side of the infield. Another 1-2-3 inning. Scoreless. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Chelsea Huff, after 3 full innings, has struck out more than half of the batters she's faced. Has seen 9, 5 have gone down via the K.
Only 39 pitches, too. That's efficient for a strikeout pitcher.
What's the mentality that you have if you're Huff coming into today knowing that, yes, you are good, but you're facing a top-ranked team?
If I'm her, I'm thinking I'm her. Hit me. you can't. I'm probably a little cocky right now. I'm not going to lie.
2 off-speed pitches to Jolie Kreider.
I mean, she's just feeling it. I mean, 2 gets up in the count, 0-2 here, goes with the off-speed. I mean, she's just absolutely in the zone.
Kreider 0 for 1 of the day, just like every other Eagle. And there's a first base runner for CMU aboard. Via the hit by pitch. Kreider is at first.
Well, let go of the fastball there a little bit early. And it clips the hitter there, Kreider. And Kreider now, hopefully, if you're a CMU fan, can come around and score. Kreider, not really a base stealer, only 1 on the season, so don't think that'll be a worry.
Here's Palumbo in a lineup that features 5 straight lefties, followed by 4 straight righties. Bit of a split.
Very organized there.
First time that Chelsea Huff has had to work with anyone on the base pass. Does that change your approach at all?
I think it's in the back of your mind a little bit. You definitely have to worry about the runner taking off, and absolutely. But if she's as confident as she's been to start, she'll worry about the batter.
Three-zero count to Palumbo. Huff struggling a little bit with her command in this fourth inning. And Palumbo, the first baseman, thought she had a 4-pitch walk. We'll have to wait just a little bit. Team leading 9 home runs on the year for the junior out of Sterling, Illinois. Takes this one high and inside. And now 2 aboard for CMU. 1 hit by pitch. And now the first walk issued by Chelsea Huff.
Well, I wonder if that hit by pitch maybe hurt her confidence a little bit. Did not look as aggressive in that at bat. Against Palumbo, who is a very capable hitter, as you said, 9 home runs on the season, but maybe a little bit of loss of confidence there. We'll see if she can come back with 2 runners on now. Now, Esteban, as you were talking about, right, this runners on base, do they affect you? With 2 runners on, things are a little bit different. And it looks like a pinch runner here for Kreider. So that will be maybe some more speed on the base paths here. Kayla Richardson will come in, the senior outfielder, to pinch run for the Eagles.
So Richardson at first, Kreider at second, and here is Madison Roberts.
Switch that.
Maybe Huff was missing something?
It looks like her the rosin.
Probably had it her first 3 innings.
Well, let's see. With pressure, let's see if she can figure it out.
Madison Roberts has been pretty busy defensively on the left side of the infield. Takes a strike number 1, 452 batting average, the best offensive performance from any Eagle so far this year. Leads a team with 52 hits. If you need her to get on base, she'll do that too. 512, her on base percentage, 1-1. You would think that OBP would be leading CMU. But then you look at Jolie Kreider, who's at second. 545 her on base percentage.
Absolutely insane. The fact that she's getting on base more than she's not in a game of failure, that's a testament to her abilities. I mean, this is the game of failure, right? You get on 30% of the time. You hit 300 average. You are a Hall of Famer.
The 1-1, the bunt, no good. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Roberts.
Well, I think a strikeout will go a long way here for Chelsea Huff, getting that confidence back. And then she can hopefully get a ground ball. Maybe get a twin killing.
Already 5 for her today. That one gets fouled away.
Maybe a little off speed here, low in the zone. Try and get that ground ball. You don't want anything really elevated here. You see the gap out in right center. That could be trouble.
1-2 pitch. Misses. CMU has to be feeling a little bit better about themselves. Of course, no runs yet. But at the very least, you're writing that pitch count up for Huff.
And making her think between every pitch now, or she was just on autopilot in the first 3 innings.
Swung on to left, tails foul.
And good job here by Roberts, just fouling off pitches. That annoys you as a pitcher as well. Making them have to keep changing locations and speeds, and makes you overthink a little bit as a pitcher. And then at some point you get frustrated and you just throw a fastball down the middle. So fouling off can really play well for a batter.
Roberts softly hit a tapper back to Huff to throw to first. Not in time. Madison Roberts able to leg out an infield single. The bases are loaded, no one away.
Well, that's got to hurt. I mean, you get the ground ball. It looked like maybe at worst it was going to be a productive out. And looks like maybe a conversation here for Laura North, the second-year head coach for the Statesman. She's going to have a conversation. I don't think she liked that call, and she might have an argument, Esteban. It looks pretty close.
Well, and it's so difficult to get a call overturned at the NAIA level, D2, D3, because you don't have the challenge system. So it's basically your word against the umpires. And 9 times out of 10, that won't work in your favor.
So now there will be a chance here for Maddie Holly. Base is loaded. Boy, Huff's got to come up with something here.
Maddie Holly, just a freshman, but posting a .368 batting average. 24 RBIs on the campaign, a chance to add a couple more. As the infield for the Statesman will come in. That tells you about the importance of this game and how close these two teams expect it to be. Spiked in the dirt, kept in front by Smith. I mean, if you're bringing your infield in just the 4th inning, tied ball game.
They don't want to trade that run, Esteban. They want the out at home.
Holly, blooper right back to the pitcher. She thought about going home, goes to first and has no play.
Ooh, I think a bit of a mental error there, Esteban. I think you go home no matter what. I think she hesitated way too much. I think you at least take that chance to throw home. And now a run scores for CMU, and now no outs at all. It happens, but I think a bit of a mental error there by Huff on the mound.
We've always heard you put the ball in play and good things are bound to happen. First 3 innings, the Eagles weren't able to do that. More than half of their lineup, 1 through 9, struck out. This time around, a bit of different fortunes. 2 softly hit ground balls. Tappers right back to Huff. Just like that, they take a 1-0 lead. Sometimes you don't even have to hit it too hard.
Manufacturing runs are the Eagles, and they've done that all year.
Elevated into center field. Reesberg going back. She'll have to watch it go. It's a grand salami for Jolly. And the floodgates are open. 5-0 Eagles.
I mean, yeah, just could not be worse there. I mean, you let the bases get loaded. You give up a good pitch to hit there, and it's taken advantage of. And what else can you say? I mean, give the Eagles credit for manufacturing runs there. Now a 5-0 lead, a cushion now on the bump for Emma Cotter. And the Eagles looking good here halfway through this game.
And it all started with a hit by pitch for Jolie Kreider back to the top of the lineup, leading off this 4th inning.
And I told you that might have shaken the confidence a little bit of Chelsea Huff. I mean, and then after just giving up base runners, could not get an out. Maybe some mistakes fielding-wise, mental errors, and it all culminates in a grand slam.
Lauren Hill ahead in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. That's one of the main differences between good teams and phenomenal teams. Like, yes, you can play scoreless first 4 innings, first 3 in this case, but how much longer can you do that for?
And can you deal with adversity? With runners on, can you still pitch? Can you get outs? Can you get strikeouts? Can you keep your confidence? It's not easy, but to be a great pitcher, you have to do that.
Now Lauren Hill gets hit by a pitch. Looks like in her foot.
Yeah, I think Chelsea Huff, unfortunately, after a great start, has just lost her control and confidence.
And to put this into perspective, CMU had no base runners through the first 3 innings. We're in the fourth, and it's 5-0 Eagles.
And they only have 2 hits. It's been the walks, the hit by pitches. They just get on base. I mean, they haven't been crushing the ball besides the home run. It's been just, station to station.
And even more so, one of those hits was just a tapper right back to the pitcher. We saw that in back-to-back plays. One of them was called the fielder's choice. But the first one, that's how you got your first single.
I mean, you have to feel, though, for the Statesmen, still no outs in this inning. It feels like nothing can go right.
Rachel Brandt, just like the rest of this bottom half of the lineup, 7, 8, and 9, 0 for 1. Chelsea Kleba, a pinch runner at first. Brandt the bunt to third. There's Butler, and that's the first out of the inning. Chelsea Kleba will advance to second.
Sacrifice bunt there, get the runner to second. Can hope to continue this inning if you're the Eagles. And now you bring up Picha.
I think there's a sigh of relief.
Yes, absolutely. There's no question about it. I think you're now like, okay, we can get an out. Let's do it again. 2 more times.
They always say that first out of an inning is always the more difficult one to get. I think we've seen that today in this fourth inning.
Yeah, you're settled in, right, if you get that first out. Okay, we executed. Now we just have to do that 2 more times.
Sammy Pincha, her first season at CMU, transferred in from State Fair Community College. Takes it down the middle for a 1-1 count. Only 2 extra base hits for the junior, both of which are 2 baggers. 6 RBIs to go along with that. Inside corner clipped, 1 and 2. Softly hit, elevated into second. Lathrop on the run has it for the second out.
Well, you've got 2. Now just do it 1 more time.
As you would say, you are 2/3 of the way there.
Yes, 2/3 of the way there. Just 1 more out here. We'll see if Daly Garland can get in the way of that.
Garland, first pitch swinging over the visitor dugouts. Pitch count right now, it's 69 for Chelsea Huff.
Yeah, it's climbed significantly in this inning. It was, I think, 39 to start.
It's almost double.
And that'll be now her 70th pitch. So 31 pitches just in this bottom of the fourth.
Daly Garland, a chance to make it 6-0 at least. Just got 29 RBIs on the year. 1 and 2 counts to the senior. .319 hitter her freshman year here at CMU. 43 hits as she pokes this one to right, but on the run is Smith. She's able to corral it for the final out. A long inning for the Statesmen as CMU able to notch 5 runs in the bottom half of the fourth. They lead this one 5-0. Well, the Statesmen have some ground to make up. A 5-0 lead for CMU. Welcome you back. Esteban Velas, Jonathan Hamilton with you in a 5-0 lead for CMU. And meanwhile, on the pitching side of things, Cotter for the Eagles. 2 strikeouts, 4 innings pitched, only 1 walk and 1 hit allowed in the circle.
I think even with those great numbers, Esteban, she was being out-dueled by Chelsea Huff, but that bottom of the 4th has now proved that otherwise.
Emily Bryant is stepping in for her second at-bat.
Well, Bryant, typically a pitcher, batting today.
And in the 6th hole, too, as the designated player. You got to feel pretty happy about that if you're her. You get the start offensively, and you're not in that bottom half of the lineup, 7, 8, or 9.
Gotta feel good.
Here's the 1-2. Bouncer to second. Some trouble for Pincha, but she recovers perfectly. 1 away. I think that could also talk about how this William Penn lineup has been struggling to collect hits.
Yeah, only 1 on the afternoon so far. I haven't really done much. I have 1 bloop single to left. That's been it.
Hitting 280 as a team entering today. Reesberg, the center fielder, down in the count. To first, gets past the first baseman of Palumbo, and second base hit of the day for the Statesman. It's Reesberg at first.
Hey, that'll work. A nice piece of hitting there, going down the line, opposite field swing, and hey, that may be able to start something. Reesberg, second hit of the afternoon for the Statesman. All it has to start with is just a hit.
One ball and no strikes on Lathrop. Jessica Lathrop, the freshman out of Ankeny, Iowa. 13 all-conference honoree, as well as the part of the state championship team in her high school days. Grounds out to short. Could be a double play. The throw to first off target. But Lumbo will have to chase it. It'll be a fielder's choice as Lathrop is aboard at first with 2 down.
Yep. Still a runner on for the Statesmen. We'll see if they can have a little bit of a rally here.
It's difficult to turn those double plays in softball.
Oh, yeah.
You mentioned earlier how much smaller of a field it is compared to baseball. That ball will get to you in a quick second.
No margin for error at all. I believe Peyton Naranjo will bat here. Now, forgive me for my poor Spanish skills. Is that orange in Spanish?
Well, close enough. Naranja,
Yeah.
orange. Yeah. So I'd be saying like a male orange in Spanish.
Okay.
If Naranja had a boyfriend, it'd be Naranjo.
Okay. I see. Un novio. See?
Novio, yeah. A sophomore out of Ripon in California. Second year as a Statesman. Last season made the second team all-hard conference list. A first-teamer all-conference honoree in high school. Was awarded the offensive and defensive player of the year once in her 4 years at Ripon High School. She's got a 1-2 count. Right back to Cotter. Underhand to first. Palumbo is there. And that will put an end to this top of the 5th. 5-0 lead for CMU. We'll head to the bottom half.
definitely.
Head coach for William Penn, Laura North, having a word with the home plate umpire. We haven't seen anything too crazy go on as of late, especially not in the top half of the fifth.
Well, that's the job of the head coach, is to get in that umpire's head, for better or for worse. Talk, just like a basketball coach.
Top of the lineup for CMU. They led off in the fifth, or the fourth. 5 runs in that inning, and now they're leading off in the fifth as well. Jolie Kreider will get us started.
Yeah, 1-2-3 do up here for the Eagles. See if they can take an even bigger lead here.
Kreider 0 for 1, got hit by a pitch in her last AB. Pokes this one foul. She didn't really seem fazed by that ball being in her helmet. She took the base gladly. And at that point, no one had reached base for CMU, so that's a great way to reach, I guess. Anything will do.
Yeah, she started it all.
Takes the 1-1 downstairs. Kreider as a freshman in the NAIA Region 5. Second team selection. A conference first teamer in the Heart that year as well. Started all 54 games. This season, she has not slowed down 2 years after. 412 batting average, 22 walks, 9 hit by pitches, and 1 more strikeout to her repertoire. She's got 6 on the year.
Well, I think you got to feel good for Chelsea Huff there. Getting back in the zone, another backwards K for her there. She probably needed that. She gets her 6th strikeout of the afternoon.
That will bring up Elizabeth Palumbo. 0 for 1 as well against Huff. Went after the off-speed outside. Palumbo a team best 9 home runs. Down the middle. .40 RBIs. She's second out of all Eagles in that category. Fouls this one away.
We'll see what Huff comes up with here for an out pitch.
0-2. Good battle between Huff and Palumbo. You like hitters that can foul off tough pitches. Not just because it keeps them in the at-bat, but primarily because it gives your on-deck hitter and your entire dugout to see a couple more pitches.
Well, yeah, I think that's a very good point. You want to see the pitcher throw all of the pitches in their arsenal. And when you're on deck, you're trying to get that timing. And I think that when your pitcher's throwing changeups, fastballs, it's good to have that confidence coming up to the plate.
2-2. Palumbo pops this one up into left field. Wren is under it. Out number 2. Chelsea Huff settling back in there again. That's what you want to see in a bounce back inning from her.
Yeah, I mean, 2 outs there and no base runners allowed so far. I mean, 1 more to go.
Madison Roberts does have a hit against her. One of only two players, her and Holly, who's on deck to record a hit against Huff. Roberts a single, Holly a grand slam.
Dangerous hitter at the plate here for the Eagles. I mean, you take a look, a lot of dangerous hitters in this lineup, but Roberts among the top.
One misses up.
Tied for second on the team in home runs.
We saw that corner get the call earlier on in this game, maybe first 3 innings. Now, kind of not so much.
Yeah, the umpire has kind of leaned off of that, calling the edges. Like you said, Esteban, it was a very a wider strike zone, east to west.
That's a walk for Roberts, on board for the second time today. That will break up Maddie Holly. She's 1 for 2. Down the middle, 0-1. One of the things I like about Chelsea Huff is, even though she's down 5-0, she's still trying to get ahead in the count. Throw that first pitch for a strike.
Yeah, I think keeping your foot on the pedal is important as a pitcher. I think sometimes you have to be aggressive, not be passive, and try and aim the pitch. You do that, you're more likely to get into trouble. Be aggressive. Be confident in what you're doing.
1-1 scorched down the left field line, but goes foul 1-2.
You have to make the hitter execute their side because they're in the same position, right? They're up there. They're looking to get a hit. They're looking to execute themselves. They have that same, here comes the pitch mentality. They have to put the bat on the ball.
Here's that 1-2 pitch. Count will remain. Another 1-2 hit down the middle, and it'll fall into center field. Second single of the day for Holly. Here's the big bag of Casey Jolly. 1 for 2 with a grand slam. The center fielder sent it right over her position. Good job by Huff to pull the string. Oh, and 2. 4 RBIs for Jolly on that home run. Did strike out in her first at bat against Huff. 6 strikeouts already for Chelsea in the circle. Almost 7, but Jolly got a piece of it.
Pretty cool to get 4 RBIs on just one swing, Esteban. Sometimes you go games without even being able to get 1 or 2, and one swing you get 4. Looks good in the stat sheet.
Hit to left, out of play. Well, and then you get to celebrate the home run, the grand slam.
Oh, the rush you must feel.
Oh,
I hit 1 home run my whole career. was in Little League.
Inside the park?
No, I hit it out.
Oh.
Yeah, and I hit a lot of doubles. Right, I hit a lot of doubles that almost got out, but I only left the yard once.
0-2 to Jolly. Hit into second. Late throw. Throws to first. And then says bottom of the fifth. No runs come across for CMU, but they still hold a 5-0 advantage. Top of the sixth, 5-0 scoreline here from Fayette. Glad you're with us. Jonathan Hamilton, Esteban Velas with you today. And really the difference maker so far, the 5-run 4-inning for CMU. But besides that, it's been a pitcher's duel from both sides.
Just been goose eggs, yeah. Took the words out of my mouth.
Haley Cotter gets ground out by Smith. The throw to first. A little bit low for Elizabeth Palumbo from Holly at third.
Well, looks like Holly grabbed it just left of the foul line, and maybe she's taken a step forward. She would have been able to field it. But, however, it was a bad throw, and so that would have been bad for the Eagles, so maybe a break there.
Layla Smith 1 for 1.
One of only 2 hits.
Rips this one to short. Right into the glove of Madison Roberts. 1 up, 1 down. You can't be mad at that. You hit it sharply. It just happened to be an eagle there.
Baseball is an unfair game. Sometimes a little bloop will be like a double, and sometimes a hard line drive is as good as a fly out or a ground out.
First pitch in there for strike 1 on Layla Peltz. The senior transfer from Division II. Second team all-conference honoree at Upper Iowa. Also honored as the school's Female Athlete of the Year. When you hit 396 at any level, in this case Division II, you'll get that award.
Good things will happen if you're hitting 396. It's like getting a hit 40% of the time. Going 4 for 10.
2-1 count. So first, there is Palumbo making a good play and stepping on the bag.
I like the fundamentals by the CMU team. Fielding that ball and then putting her hand over her glove. I know that sounds elementary, but some players don't do that, and I think it can cause trouble. But, you know, catching the ball and then putting your hand over it, not the worst idea, I think.
This is an Eagles team that usually they are very sound defensively, but we've seen less than a handful of games where they've kind of struggled, and Last time here at home, they committed 3 errors in a game 2 loss. So you have to think that head coach Pat Reardon has really emphasized those fundamentals back into his players. One in there for called strike on the outside quarter. Chelsea Huff in an 0-2 hole. Pitcher against pitcher, Cotter against Huff. Here's the 0-2. And the battle will live on. If there's one thing that can win you ball games, it's got to be your defense. If there's one thing that can lose you ball games, also got to be your defense.
Well, you know the saying, Esteban, offense wins games, defense wins championships.
That was always my favorite part as a player.
You like defense?
I like defense.
Yeah.
I wasn't too shabby defensively. Hitting, that's a different story. 2-2 and the count goes full.
I guess we're opposites on that one. I didn't dislike fielding, but I wasn't like, oh, yay, I get to put my glove on and go play. I was more like, yay, I get to hit.
Full count, ripped into center, right in front of Jolly, and it's a 2-out single for the pitcher, Chelsea Huff.
That was a really nice swing there from Huff. Just goes to the right of the second base bag into right center. A good piece of hitting, sound swing through it, and with a full count. Maybe just looking to put the ball in play, and that's what she does. And looks like Laura North is going to have a pinch runner here for the pitcher. It'll be Macy Rutledge.
You're happy with that if you're Huff. If not, you're telling yourself, dang, I have to pitch, I have to hit, I have to run.
It's like the pitch, hit, and run. You ever done that? It's a...
Oh, I've heard of it.
Yeah, I did it when I was in, third grade maybe?
Yeah.
It's for young, like Little League.
First pitch hacking a line drive to third. Not caught in the air. The throw to first is off target. And a defensive miscue by Holly, who is pleading her case that it should have been a line drive out.
Too bad there's that opening in the fence there. Down the line. But do you think she caught it or do you think she trapped it?
Oof. Hard to tell. Bang bang play for sure, and both umpires will get together.
I mean, how do you overturn that call, though?
I don't know what the reason behind it to overturn it, to your point, could be.
I don't know if there's enough. I mean, if there's no replay, there's not enough evidence to overturn the call. I mean, you can talk all you want, but you can't see the play again. I don't really know what they're talking about here. You can't really change the call. Unless one umpire ruled out, one said, no, the ball was trapped. That's the only time I think you can maybe change the call.
Well, and if you do overturn it, what explanation do you give Laura North? Because she should be rightfully still beside herself if this does get changed.
Yeah, this is a sticky situation for sure. And then that the throw got away and got out of play. So this is a big call here.
Do you think the NAI should have a replay system in place?
100%.
They do for basketball. Slowly getting up there. But
So,
the call will not be an out.
I mean, that's the correct call. If it's the call in the field is there's not enough evidence that it was caught, you have to stick with it. If there's no replay review, I mean, and Holly looks sure she caught it, and maybe she did, but the call on the field was trapped. And unfortunately for the Eagles, they cannot be saved by replay review.
So this one looks like it'll go down as an error by Holly on the throw to first. That's tough. You could have had a inning-ending play. a beautiful one, but instead it goes starts as an error because the throw to first base bag was off target, and a run will come in to score for William Penn. So a 5-1 game. Pat Reardon for the Eagles now talking to the on-field umpire.
Holly almost making a symbol to check it.
She's looking up here like, hey, can you check the replay up at the booth? Unfortunately,
You and I can't do anything about it.
No, unfortunately, that is not NAIA standard.
I'd like to see that play again. I mean, the fact that she's so confident about it, I think might be telling them what happened on that play.
Well, but do you play it off? If you're her at this point, I certainly would.
I mean, yes, but, I mean, she looks pretty fired up. I don't know. I mean, there's a difference between playing it up and being actually angry that the call wasn't correct, in their opinion. You know what I mean? Like, you can tell. Well, we'll do an example, right? When you're playing basketball and, like, it's a 50-50 play on who touched the ball last going out of bounds. Sometimes they'll point, but then they'll give up once the call is made because they're like, oh, well. She seemed pretty confident that she caught that. We'll never know. It's moot, but just interesting.
Hella Pierce is at the plate, 1-1 the count. Runner at second. That was Smith. 5-1 ball game at the top of the sixth. To second. Pincha is there. This time to throw to first. On target and in time. Well, the William Penn Statesmen do get a run across in the top half of the sixth. 5-1 Eagles. Six, 7, and 8 set to hit for CMU with Lauren Hill, who will get us started.
I want to fix my reference I made earlier to Lauren Hill. It's The Miseducation of Lauren Hill is the correct name of the album I referenced, not The Misadventures.
So Miseducation is the album name.
Yes. It's one of the great albums of all time.
You think she knows about it?
I'm sure she's been told, hey, your name's Lauren Hill. There's no way she hasn't. Spelled differently. The famous Lauren has a Y instead of an E in her name. But phonetically, it's the exact same. I mean, there's no way she hasn't heard that reference.
Her parents probably be the first ones to tell her.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they just like the name Lauren. But I don't know. It depends how old her parents were, if they listened to 90s R&B or not.
Well, is there a chance she was named after that album?
I don't know. I mean, I can't definitively rule it out. I can't. There's no way. I'd have to talk to her family.
4-pitch walk for the catcher. She's on board at first to lead off the bottom of the sixth. We might have to see if her parents are here, get them involved in the discussion.
So, your daughter's name is Lauren. Is she named after Lauren Hill?
Rachel Brand at the plate.
Who's that? They say.
I'm like, yeah, we never heard of that. I'm like, okay, I'm right there with you. Brand 0 for 1. Takes that one upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. Rachel, just a freshman out of Tigard, Oregon. By way of Southridge High School, 357 hitter. Her first year at the collegiate level. And it looks like we will have our first pitching change. It'll be the Statesman and Chelsea Huff giving way. And Jonathan, at first, she was absolutely dealing throughout the first 3 innings. And she'll finish off with 5 earned runs, 6 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Not terrible, but when you look at the 4th inning, the bottom half, that kind of got away from her.
Well, pretty stellar performance, excluding that 4th inning, I think. I mean, the walks a little bit, but, it happens. You have those innings where you just aren't feeling it. Not much you can say.
New pitcher on the circle. We'll tell you all about her when we come back.
I don't know if I've ever seen her change pictures.
It's a left-hander of Emily Bryant in the circle for the Statesman. She'll come in relief.
Well, this will be her 8th appearance of the season, 2-0 record, 1 save, 1 complete game. 18 innings total for Bryant. Giving up 20 hits, 13 runs, 7 earned, 4 walks.
To second, a bouncer by Bryant. To the first in time. 1 away.
And a 2.72 earned run average for the aforementioned Bryant. She gets that quick out there.
Great way to settle it. You throw 2 pitches, you have 1 out.
Oh, I love the quick out. I think it's such a confidence booster.
Down the middle, works ahead against Sammy Picha, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout.
Yeah, the quick out for me, it's better than a strikeout to start. I don't mind a good battle and a strikeout, but
Picha late on that one. It's never easy coming in relief, much less when there's a base runner aboard.
not at all.
She'll pick up her first strikeout. Emily Bryant. 2 down.
I remember one time, Esteban, I came in bases loaded, 1 out. Got out of the inning.
Wow. You were that guy, huh?
In that moment, I was. My pitching career was mixed, but that was a moment I remember. I think it was like Babe Ruth. All-Stars or something. I don't remember.
It was an all-star game?
Their all-star team,
Oh.
I believe.
Nine-hole hitter, the right fielder Daley Garland. Takes it wide, even count at 1. Well, the fact that you even made an all-star caliber league team, that's amazing.
I think it was All-Stars. Everything runs together. I believe it was All-Stars because we played a regular season, and I think it was.
We'll go with it.
We'll go with it. It's just not trying to lie here on air. That's what I remember.
Daley Garland 0 for 2. Does have a K in her record this afternoon.
Big pitch coming up here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second. Bryant can do a good job getting out of here.
Payoff and 2 strikeouts for Emily Bryant. She's picking up after you, after that performance right there coming in relief. Well, Emily Bryant had a stellar performance in the circle coming in relief. She'll try and turn around and do the same, as William Penn will have to get some runs going in the top of the 7th, down by 4. 3 outs away from picking up their 15th loss of the season, 7th in hard conference. Haley Cotter on the other side looking for a complete game. Only 1 run given up. That was on the error by the third baseman of Holly.
Yeah, I don't think that's an earned run. I think it's just 1 run.
Hit down the middle, up to center field almost, but a diving play by Pincha. Keeps it in the infield, but either way, it's a leadoff single for Emily Bryant.
Well, helping herself out there. She got out of that jam coming in relief on the circle, but now at the plate, she's able to get a base hit almost up the middle, infield single. And I believe they're going to pinch run for her here. It will be Kaya Butler that will pinch run for Emily Bryant. So now she just has to worry about pitching, if her team can get 4 runs here.
Have a feeling we might see her in game 2 for a doubleheader today.
Have the southpaw.
So Kaya Butler, the junior out of Newton, Iowa, will take over the base running duties at first. Only 5 stolen bases for her on the season. That will bring it up to sophomore Riley Reesberg. 1-0. Reesberg 2 for 6 last weekend against Clark University in hard play. Had a walk, an RBI, and a strikeout. To short, Roberts looking to turn a double play. They'll get 1. They'll force out at second.
Yeah, I don't know how you turn a double play. I know I've talked about this a million times, but I don't know how you do that.
I think they might agree with you.
I mean, that is just, wow.
It has to be absolutely perfectly hit. They'll see if they can turn it here. Won't even attempt it to throw to first in time by Pincha. 2 down.
I mean, I guess you play almost like a shift. You take the ball yourself and then throw to first. I mean, it is just fascinates me.
If it gets hit maybe an inch or 2 to the left side of the bag and the shortstop is there, she can tag, throw to first, do it herself.
I almost think it has to be just shortstop or second baseman themselves. Shortstop more likely because they have the momentum going towards first base.
Lathrop has a play trying to keep the game going. Into right. A little softly hit, but makes its way into the outfield.
Well, good job there by Garland to play in right field. I mean, they played shallow, and it was smart because maybe that prevents the runner scoring from third. And this Kai Butler unable to score from second.
Top of the lineup, Layla Smith.
By the way, more hits for William Penn and the Eagles. Yet they trail by 4. The power of the Grand Slam.
That tells you all you need to know. If you're just tuning in, that kind of recaps it all.
Yeah.
Grand Slam. One additional run in that inning. Right before it, 5-0. Then 5-1. Here we are.
Difference in the game.
The 2-0 gets elevated by Smith. Calling for it is Pincha. And she's got it for the final out in this ballgame. Well, we just recapped it for you, basically. 5-1 the final here in Fayette in Game 1. A grand slam by CMU and Jolly. Really the difference maker in this one. 4-run victory for the Eagles, so look to keep it going in Game 2 of our doubleheader. Join us in about 30 minutes time from Fayette.